you'll turn off your cold water supply, turn down your temperature setting all the way to the lowest setting to make sure the burners don't turn on. We're going to connect up a garden hose to our drain valve. Instead of just opening a hot water fixture in the house, which doesn't always work the best, I just loosen up the fitting on the hot water side and allow air to enter the tank, which then should start to drain your tank. And here I drain into a 5-gallon bucket, so I know how many gallons I drain out because I'm looking to drain out at least 10 gallons. So now with the water level below the port for the TMP valve, we can remove it without an issue of water coming out that same port. And this specific unit's about 18 years old, so it's already put in a good service life, and there's quite a bit of sediment buildup where I'm gonna have to upgrade to a much larger wrench to break that loose. Once I remove that, you'll see the amount of sediment, which is really caked up, and that's what wasn't allowing the valve to open up or water to come out of the valve. So I went ahead and cut it open. I want to show you what was going on. So here's just the shaft itself. That's the plunger from the temperature part, the temperature probe that expands out and will open the valve if it's past 210 degrees Fahrenheit. And then inside here is where that seal actually would seat down. So if I move the lever, we should see that open up. The problem is when I move the lever, we don't see anything open up. And that's because sediment has built up in here where there is no longer a passage for water flow. That is why it's important yearly to exercise your temperature and pressure valve, make sure you flow water out of there, and ensure you don't get buildup like this and that your valve will function correctly. Now you will have sediment that you want to clean out, and do not just push that back in the tank or it could gum up your drain valve later on. With a Makita shop vac, I'm going to pull that sediment and debris out, and then with my finger I'm going to slowly work that out of the threads, working that out, sucking it up with the Makita shop vac, working it out a little more, and back and forth until they're clean. Then I'm going to match up my old valve. For me, it's a 2.5-inch shank, ready to install. Make sure we put a nice wrap of Teflon tape, and then we'll go ahead and thread that back into our water heater carefully. And then once it's hand tight, we'll go ahead and tighten that all the way down. And since this is pipe thread and we need to get it where the outlet is pointed straight down, you'll snug it down and tighten it down, but don't go too far where you might be damaging the port. I did a little test run. So I did open up this new valve. I allowed water to flush out of it and then ensured that it closed completely with no leaks like we had before. So you want to let the water here come up to pressure, go run hot water, flush out all the air in your lines, make sure you're getting hot water at your different fixtures, and then just check for leaks. We didn't only touch the temperature and pressure relief valve, so make sure there's no leaks anywhere else to ensure your problem's actually solved. Let me know down in the comments which one solved it for you. Was it simply flushing it and you could get the sediment out and get it to reseal, or did you have to change out your temperature and pressure relief valve?